Hello, welcome back to another Mat Pilates Fusion class. Today we'll be needing a light set of weights. Let's begin by coming down onto our mat in a tabletop position and focusing on some cat-cows. Arching your spine, rounding your spine, focusing on your breath, inhaling and exhaling, warming up our bodies. Maybe circle your neck, circle your wrist, releasing any kinks you might have. Let's open up our hips as we rock back and forth, coming to a slight cobra and then bending back into a child pose. Waking up our hips. Focusing on our mobility. Come back into a tabletop position. We're going to thread the needle, reaching our arm up to the ceiling as we open our chest and crossing it underneath. And then let's switch sides, rolling our wrist. Come into our downward facing dog. Kick your right leg up. Bring it in to a low runner's lunge. Extending our right arm up to the ceiling. Opening and closing. And then we'll switch sides. Opening our left. Reaching to the ceiling and tapping it back down onto the mat. Bring it back into a three-legged dog. And let's switch to our left foot. Come into a three-legged dog stretch. Again, coming down to our low runner's lunge. Opening up to the left. And then to the right 3 times. Rolling your wrist. Come back into that three-legged dog. Stay into a downward dog position. And lower your knees onto the mat. Coming into our bear plank, shoulders are out of your ears. Hover your knees 2 inches off the mat and then tap it back down. Squeezing your core. Your hip is stacked above your knee. Your toes are pressed into the mat. The weight should be coming from your core. Using your core muscles to lift your knees off the mat. Just hold it. Great job, and lower it down to the mat. Roll out your wrist, come into a child pose. Let's come into a plank, either on your forearms or your hands. You decide. If you have wrist issues, I suggest going on your forearms. Go onto your forearms or your hands, and let's just hold our plank for 10 seconds. Dips in 3, 2, 1. Dip your hip to the left, to the right. We'll do 7 more. Core is nice and engaged. You're dipping your hip to the left, through center, to the right. Gazing at the top of your mat. Shoulders are stacked over your elbows. Shoulders are out of your ears. Great job. Let's come into our side plank. Roll onto your right forearm, reach your left hand up. Roll into your left forearm, reach your right hand up. Legs can stay stacked. One knee can be down on the ground for modification to show for support. You can lift your upper leg for a nice added challenge if you feel up to it. Last one on each side, and then we'll hold our plank for 10 more seconds. Lower your knees onto the mat and take a nice child pose. Let's grab our weights and come to kneeling on your mat. Extend your right foot out. Forearms will come to a T position as we take a bicep curl. Tilt your left hand onto the mat and lift your right leg up. Coming into a bicep curl as we use our obliques to lift our bodies up. Core is nice and tight. We're doing 8 of these. 3 more and we'll come into our oblique crunch. Come onto your left hand. Your right foot is elevated as your right elbow meets your right knee, crunching everything in and extending it back out, squeezing your core. Last one, place your weights down. Your right foot is elevated, your left knee is on the mat, coming into our tricep push-ups, squeezing your core, squeezing your glute. You can always bring that knee down to the mat for a modification. Last one, we're coming to a combo move. Grab your weight, open up to the right side as you lift your weight overhead, bend your arm in. Come bring it back down and bring your right knee into your chest, extending it back out. Weight reaches overhead as we open up our chest, working our full body. Do 2 more. Last one, then place both hands onto the mat, bring our right knee into our chest. Last one, and now let's tap our toe down to the mat and then bring it back up to hip level. Tap and lower, focusing on our glutes, squeezing our glutes at the top, squeezing our core. Shoulders are out of our ears, shoulders stack above your wrists, gazing at the top of the mat. Coming to our rainbows, you're going to tap your right toe down and then cross it back behind you, creating a nice big loop as you arch it over. Working our smile line on our glutes. We'll do a few more and then hold our right leg out to the side of us to lift and lower. Coming to an extended fire hydrant, we're going to tap and lift and lower, working our outer glutes. Keeping the weight into our arms. If you need to come down to your left forearm for more support, that's totally fine. Nice job. Come into a child pose. Roll at your wrist. Grab a sip of water and then let's switch sides. Come onto your knees, extend your left foot out to your side. Take your bicep curl, bending over to your right as you lift your leg up. Weight is overhead. Squeeze your core, extend that leg out, reaching for the wall to the side of you. Elbows are in line with your shoulders. Shoulders are out of your ears. A few more. Two more, and we'll come into our side obliques. Coming onto your right hands, left elbow meets your left knee as we crunch in and out, working our side oblique. keep your gaze in front of you. Shoulders are stacked above your wrist. Again, you can always come down to your forearm if you have any wrist issues. Let's lower our weight and let's come into our tricep. You're on your right knee, left foot is elevated as you squeeze your core. And instead of maybe doing tricep push-ups, come to a wide push-up position. Elbows are the width of your mat. Squeeze your core. Again, you can always come down to your knees or do a full push-up. Let's grab our weights. You're on your right knee still. You're opening up, left arm reaches overhead. Come down. Bring your left knee into your chest for a little combo move. Reach overhead. Bring it back down to the mat. Your hand with the weight. Extend your foot out as you crunch it in and out. Shoulders are reaching for that ceiling. Chest is open wide. We'll do 2 more. Last one. Lower your weight. Bring your lift and lower, tapping your toe to the mat. Working your glute. Squeezing at the top. Squeeze your core. Gazing at the top of your mat. Protecting your neck and your spine. Shoulders are out of your ears. Now let's come into our rainbow glute work. Reaching to the left, tapping back over to the right, creating a big half arch. We'll come into our side extended leg fire hydrant in just a bit. Last one, hold your leg out to the left. We're going to lift and lower, working that side glute. Come down to your forearm for that extra support. Great job, last one. Amazing. Come into a child pose, roll out your wrist. Let's stretch it out. Extend your right foot out in front of you. We're going to rock it back into a nice hamstring stretch. Your left knee is on the mat, rocking back and forth. Add on by sweeping your hands overhead. Coming back to your hamstring stretch, working on some mobility on our shoulders, our hips. Now let's switch sides. Right knee is down on the mat. Rock forward, flex your foot, coming into a nice hamstring stretch, and we'll add on our arms. Reach your arms overhead and then come back into the hamstring stretch. Come onto your knees and we'll focus on our arm series. You could come sitting down, your glute reaching your heels, lift and lower into our bicep curls. Elbows are tucked by our sides, shoulders are out of our ears, palms are facing the ceiling. Lift and lower. Add on by hinging our hip. Our glute is coming to a hover above our heels as we lift and lower. Lift and lower, keep going. Top of your foot is pressed into the mat, squeezing your glute at the top, squeezing your core. Your pelvis is reaching for the wall in front of you. Lift and lower. Let's hold it and pulse it out for some bicep curls. Lift, lower, palms are facing the ceiling. Let's hinge our hip and come into a tricep combination. Going to hinge the hip, extend to our tricep, reach overhead, working our shoulders. Last one, we'll stay hinged at the hip and extend our triceps out and in. You can always lower your glutes if you need for that modification. Let's do some tricep extension. Shoulders are out of your ears. Pulse it back. Flip your palms to face the ceiling. Pulse up, 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 up. Awesome job. Take a nice quick shoulder stretch, tricep stretch, cross your arm in front. Reach your head over, grab your elbows and bend to the side. And let's switch sides. Grab your tricep and bend over. Coming into our last working bit, come onto your hands on the mat for some mountain climbers. We're going to bring our right knee to our opposite elbow. The left meets the right elbow, crisscrossing. Getting our heart rate up for our last little work of ab series. Shoulders are out of your ears. You can always come down to your forearms once again if you have those wrist issues. Now some mountain climbers, bring your right knee into your chest. Right, left, right, left. Speed it up if you like or slow it down. Amazing job. Let's now cool down our bodies, come into a child pose. Roll out your wrist, reach to the right, left hip is reaching to the back wall. Switch to the opposite side. Come back through center. Roll out your wrist. Come into a nice cobra stretch. Roll out your neck. Come into a downward facing dog. Hook your hands in to meet your hands and feet. Roll back up. And great job, friends. I'll see you in next week's video.